Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second half of 2017 Major League Baseball season. Drinks and beverages will be served momentarily. Please feel free to move about the cabin.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode with my pal Alex and Feisty Pants.
Woo! I'm a riot. I'm sorry. You cannot tell me how funny I'm not. Alright, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Alex's Toy Show. Hold on, I didn't take a sip of this coffee. Oh, that's delicious. We are here to talk about the All-Star break and the Home Run Derby, the All-Star game, where Major League Baseball stands at the half, and also because, I had thought about it. I have this list of videos I wanted to make, just to get into something. And Tony at EP 696, I'm guessing that's a Grimm's Toy Show episode 696. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at it yet. But he asked if he was wondering if I was going to do an All-Star break review, to look at the standings of Major League Baseball. Like I said this morning, I said, I really want to. I just haven't had the time. You go to Disney for 10 days, you get back, you're right into the work frame, and all your free time just went out the window. But I want to. I have the All-Star game. I have baseball cards I got to open, Series 1 and 2. I wanted to talk about Transformers 5. We saw that while we were in Disney. I wanted to talk about our Disney trip. Pokemon in Chicago is going to be a big deal. I was thinking about doing a fan mail / hey, how's it going? This is what's going on. And what else? There's a downtown event. If anyone's in the Toms River area or you want to drive down here, Friday night, downtown Toms River, Washington Street, Main Street, about 8 o'clock, they're going to start an actual Pokemon event. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, how official it is. I think it's just a bunch of trainers that are, high-end, and they want to put up lures and other stuff for everybody, maybe do some contests. We're doing, also Sunday, if you're Team Instinct, we're in a local group, and we're going Sunday down to LBI about 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it, because my brother, Mr. Connecticut, is coming down for the weekend. It's his birthday. We're going to celebrate, and I know, things happen. Connecticut! Who knows that reference? Anyway, downtown Pokemon event, Friday night, 8 p.m., downtown Toms River in Washington Street. Be there, be square. Also, I have new customs I've been working on. I wanted to get them finished. So right now, we're going to talk about baseball. There was a cool, interesting article I read in the Post this morning, How to Fix Baseball. I haven't actually read it yet. I started reading it, but I actually bought the newspaper. And I was like, I need to read this because I'm curious. I don't think baseball's broken. I enjoy baseball a lot. I like playing. I like watching it. I'm sure there's things you could do to speed up the game. Everybody's been talking about speeding up the game. I don't see how speeding up the game makes a difference. I think there's things you could do. That's not what we're talking about here. 3 minutes into this video, we haven't talked about the All-Star game. How about the All-Star game? Side note, Home Run Derby. I knew all along Aaron Judge was going to win, but who knows how many home runs he won with, right? Leave it in the comments. That's a contest for you guys. See who's paying attention. But the All-Star game, it was a pitcher's game. Robinson Cano hits a solo home run at the top of the 10th, and the American League comes back bottom of the 10th and locks it down. American League wins 2-1. Now, I would like to talk to you about the standings. I'm going to give you the paper right here. This is the standings for the American League before the games resume Friday night at 7 o'clock. And then this is the standings for the National League. Pause and read it all. Now, back in my spring training video, I had picked the Yankees to do very well. And if they were to go anywhere to the postseason up to winning the World Series, it would be icing on the cake because they were putting together a good team. They had a good batch of rookies. Regardless what you say about the Yankees, it is a rebuilding season for them. It has been. Every year, I would like to say, is a rebuilding season. But at the same time, they're not just rebuilding. They're rebuilding and contending. That's the difference with the Yankees. Like, you look at teams like, I don't know, who's like one of the worst teams ever. Like not just say the worst teams ever, but teams that are not normally in the race at all. They're like 20 games back of the division, like after the first week of baseball. And those teams are constantly in a rebuilding year. They recycle prospects. They get up to the majors a couple of years in when they're ready to become arbitration eligible. They ship them out. And that's what these teams do. And the Yankees are just, picking it all out. And we're like, okay, I got a good bunch of prospects this year. And we have our veterans and our free agent signings. And I think we are having contention. And who knew? Who knew they would be in first place most of the first half of the season? It was great. So I saw a stat on TV. I was watching MLB Network, like I usually do. And going into the All-Star game, the Red Sox were up 3.5 games in first place over the Yankees. A month back, the Yankees had a very tough last month of the first half there. They lost like 20 games, I think. The Yankees were up 3.5 games a month prior over the Red Sox. And you know what? The only thing I can say is that's how baseball works. Anything can happen in baseball. Anything. Everybody see the Wawa Fine Establishment that I bought this lovely coffee from? Wawa. Dunkin' Donuts was the other way, so I stuck with Wawa coffee. It's fine. I like it. So let's see. Where are we going for the second half? Aaron Judge has a legitimate shot at hitting 60 home runs in his rookie year. I can't wait. I feel he's going to hit at least 50. He's got to. There's no way you can cool off that much after the first half. Unless there's the, like he pulls a Giancarlo Stanton, where Giancarlo Stanton won the home run derby, and then he got He got hurt after the break, and he missed like the rest of the season. Because that's what happens when you're not used to hitting home runs. But Aaron Judge is the difference, because all he does is hit home runs in batting practice, in baseball games, after batting practice, when he's sitting at the park. He's like, oh, let me pick up this stick and I'm going to hit this rock. It's gone! So anyway, if he doesn't lock down MVP and Rookie of the Year, I wouldn't be surprised, but I'd be very pissed if he doesn't win both. Hell, he may as well have Cy Young Award with that arm he's got in the outfield. Now, Cleveland not surprising me in the AL Central. I figured they would repeat after, going to the World Series last year. However, Houston is surprising me. I didn't think they were going to be much of a contender. And here they are in first place in the West. I thought the Angels would do better, and I thought the Rangers had a legitimate shot. Even Seattle, with the amount of offense and Xavier Hernandez they have on the mound, I thought would do very, very well. But here is the Angels and Texas, 16.5 games, both of them back of the Astros, and Seattle is 17.5 games back of the Astros. The Astros pretty much have the West locked down, unless like their plane crashes and everybody on the Astros dies, which would be horrible. But that's what it would take for the Astros to fall out of first place. I thought the Royals would do a little better. However, the Twins, who I picked to win like 40 games back of the, in the cellar, because who plays on the Twins? I don't know. However, the Twins are 2.5 games back of the Indians. Kansas City is 3 games back. Detroit, who I thought would be a contender, 8 games back of Cleveland, and Chicago White Sox, who I thought would be a contender, 9 games back. They're in the cellar in the Central. I always say the American League East is the division to beat because the 5 toughest teams play in the American League East. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're in baseball, you play baseball, you're on ESPN, you're on the MLB Network. The American League East is the toughest team, the toughest division of teams to beat. I'm sorry. Look at, I was saying to somebody else, and I got the two second baseman guys wrong. So look at Stephen Drew. Stephen Drew can't bat above 200. He comes over from the Red Sox to the Yankees. He's got some solid defense, but he can't bat over to the 200. Free agency goes, he leaves the Yankees, he goes to the Nationals in the National League, and all of a sudden he's an all-star. Gee, do you think he just had a turnaround, or do you think it's just that the American League East is just that tough? Yeah. All right, so over to the, oh wait, no, so we did the divisions. So, playoff bound, Houston is going to be there. I would like to say Cleveland out of Central, But the East, I'm going to say the Yankees, and I'm going to say Boston, and even Tampa Bay is only 3.5 games back. And I thought they would finish 5th, you know, in the cellar there. I thought Toronto and Baltimore would both do much better, but it's really close. Even if you look at the wild card standings, here, let me pull it back up for you. Even if you look at the wild card standings, Baltimore and Toronto, they're only 4 and 5 games back of the wild card. So, you know, the East, I think the East is going to play out to the very end. I think that's going to be the division to watch. And then between the Central, I think Cleveland's going to run away with it. And wow, I just can't believe the Twins are playing baseball. I can't believe it. And the Royals. Wow, that's going to be close. I mean, they're closer than in the wild card than the Baltimore and the Toronto are. So we'll see. We'll see. We shall see. Definitely Houston in the West. Cleveland in the Central. I'm going to go Yankees in the East with Boston, Tampa Bay, Minnesota, Kansas City. I think Kansas City, when they realize they're not going to win the division, I think they're going to trade out because they're a very expensive ball club, I should say. And I think the Yankees are going to go after Eric Hosmer. They need a first baseman. I don't think Greg Bird is making it back anytime soon. And I would love to see him return and, you know, put up 20 home runs in the second half of the season because he can. He's just really hurt. This guy has the most unfortunate situation here. I hope he has, you know, I hope he heals up and then, you know, just maybe shoot for next year. And then you're ready to go and don't get hurt. Let's go to the National League. The Nationals, Washington Nationals, on top of the National League East, 9.5 games above Atlanta, 10.5 games above the Mets. I'm sorry, Miami, and 12 games over the Mets. Phillies, 22.5 games back in the National League East. Who said the Phillies were going this year? One of you guys is a big Phillies fan. You're wrong. But I love you still, because we were joking. I said the last time the Phillies were relevant was when, what's his name, was playing first base, Ryan Howard, and he was Rookie of the Year. That's the last time, and that was like 40 years ago, because I think he retired. So I think it's safe to say the Nationals are taking the East. Let's go to the Central. The Brewers. Holy crap, the Brewers. Who is playing on the Brewers that is playing baseball that they're in first place in the National League Central? I don't even know. I'm going to have to look at their roster, and I'm going to have to see what's going on there because they got something that's working. They are a rebuilding team. They're constantly, you know, like I said before, they're doing the cycle. They're building prospects, shipping them out. I think they still have Ryan Braun. I think Ryan Braun is the only guy they can't get rid of. Wow. But they're in first place. The Cubs, who I picked to repeat the National League title, they're 5.5 games back behind the Brewers. It's just crazy. And the Cardinals, also 5.5 back. Even the Pirates, I thought, would do well. They're 7 games back. Wow. And then we go to the West. The West is probably the closest race. The Angels are in first place. The Diamondbacks are 7.5 games back. The Rockies are 9.5 games back. But when you look at the wild card, but they're tied for first, and that's everybody. I mean, the next guy is 7.5 games back. That's the Cubs in the wild card race. That's the next team. So this looks pretty locked down here. The Nationals, the Brewers, and the Dodgers. That looks like our playoffs in the National League. Now, what's going to happen in the World Series? The Yankees are going to run away with it because something's going to work. There's going to be some magic in New York, and it's going to be great. And that's the bottom line because the Yankees said so.